Hey YouTube, this is BusaBob's Garage, and this is another one of my tool reviews in my new series that I'm doing. And today I'm going to be looking at the Ryobi PSD 101. This thing is an 18 volt ½ inch by 18 inch belt sander, and I bought this because I like to do metal work, and I've got a couple of jobs around the house, like fixing, scraping up paint and around the house exterior, and I thought, okay, I'll get a couple different grits of belts. And in fact, the unit came with 3 belts. It looks like there's a 120 grit, 80, and I think the one I have on there is a 60 or a 50 course belt. I did pick up some replacements here at Harbor Freight. You can get replacement belt pretty much anywhere, eBay, Amazon, whatever. So this is in the Ryobi 1+ 18 volt product line, and again, I do have quite a few Ryobi tools and batteries, so kind of sticking with this platform. But again, bought this specifically for some paint repairs and again metal work, and I'm going to try to demonstrate it on a piece of metal and see how that goes. I haven't really used this thing yet, but I will talk about some of the features here, and we'll see how this thing goes. I've got a work piece I can demonstrate, so I'm going to zoom in on the tool and the object that I'm going to be working on so you get a better view. So stand by. Okay, that's a little better. All right, so first I'm going to point out some features, and this does have a variable speed on it, and it's like a potentiometer switch, so I'll just show how that works. And then the trigger, it's either on or off. You can hear it click there. The belt is very easy to change. There is a lever here that basically loosens up the tension. You can pull it from the top and pull the belt out like so, and then to put it back in, you put it in the bottom first, and then get it lined up on the top. You want to make sure you've got equal amount on both sides here, and then lock it back down. Now there is a alignment knob right here, so this is going to adjust the tracking one way or another. And I've already got this thing all lined up, so I'll just show you real quick. I'm going to put it on low speed. Sorry, I guess that was high speed. And there is a hold switch, so when you turn it on, and if you don't want to hold the trigger in, just press that and it will stay on until you release the trigger. Okay, so that's pretty easy. It isn't super noisy, I would say. Not to the point where I would want to wear, earmuffs or earplugs or anything like that. So here I've got a workpiece, and I'm just going to zoom in a little bit more so you guys can see what I'm doing here. So this is actually a chisel, and I broke the edge off of it at some point, but it's got a little bit of a burr on it there, and we can take a look at that. I will try to remove that burr and maybe sharpen this thing. Maybe I won't sharpen it, but you know, I'll do that on my grinding wheel. But I just want to see if I can get rid of this burr. So let's see how that goes. Go a little higher speed. So I would say that the grit on the abrasive is probably a little bit too coarse for this work, but it did remove the burr. So right now I've got it set up with the coarse abrasive, and you know, I was going to use it for paint removal. I'm sure it shouldn't have any problem with that. Painted wood. Okay, so you know, this is really the first time out for me with this, testing it. It seems to do what I want it to do, what I bought it for, and we'll have to see how it holds up over time. You know, it does seem like the belt is tracking fine. I didn't break the belt when I used it on the metal. The motor is reasonably quiet, and it's got some pretty decent features. You know, again, it's very easy to take the belt off. You can adjust the tracking on the belt. It does have a variable speed. I guess if anything, I would like to maybe see the variable speed in the trigger, but that's not a showstopper for me as long as I can adjust it. And it is kind of nice that it does have the trigger hold on it. So if I'm, you know, working aggressively on something, or, you know, I don't want to be holding onto the trigger, it'll stay on. And kind of nice here, they do have some rubberized grip on here, so you've got some place to hold on to, and it's also rubberized on the handle as well. And you know, depending on how long you want the battery to last, you can either use the lower amp hour battery or one of the larger ones. So it just depends what you're working on here. So at this point, you know, based on the price and what I bought this thing for and what I can see so far, I'm going to give it a pretty high rating. I'm going to give it an 8 at this point, and we'll see how it holds up over time. I've had pretty good luck with Ryobi tools. I've got actually some pretty old ones before they came out with the lithium ion batteries, and I will talk about that a little bit when I review the batteries and the chargers. So anyway, that's my review on this PSD 101 18 volt 1/2 inch by 18 inch belt sander. So more to come.